sign the inside of your fucking skull with this pen. You hear me? Get the fuck out of my office. This shit to me.
You gonna take the weight for all that shit. Ramirez, the professor, all that shit is gonna be on your fucking ass. Nah, nigga, you looking at this shit all wrong.
Son, I tried to save him, remember that? You tried to destroy my son. You're right. This shit ain't real. You're dead. And I got my son back.
They say it's a big rich town.
So I seen like plenty of YouTube videos of people having like different takes on the whole fake ambulance that basically ghosts escaped. Now I hope that in the future that Courtney Kip doesn't kind of like push this to the side of like never bringing up the whole ambulance thing again, because keep in mind that in the original Power, when Tariq had, I guess, this drinking problem, like he was addicted to lean, and then I guess after a couple of episodes that was it, like he wasn't, that storyline kind of got dropped. So I'm hoping that in the future that doesn't happen again, because the thing is, it's like Tariq doesn't know half the things that Ghost and Tommy did. Sure, he knows things because Kanan told him some things, but he doesn't know everything. And I was wondering, like, if Tommy does come back into like Tariq's life, would that conversation ever be brought up? Like, if they're in some sort of situation, he's like, oh, like we had like this fake ambulance thing, and it puts like an idea into like Tariq's head. Because keep in mind, if Tariq has like a third option of leaving the game, faking your own death wouldn't be a bad thing to do, and getting out would be using like the whole fake ambulance. And that's why a lot of people are saying that, wait a minute, it's a possibility that Ghost could still be alive, because the fan base is basically split. You have the majority of the fan base who's like, no, Ghost is dead. People, please stop talking about it. The man is dead. Case closed. And then you have the other side of the fandom and the fan base of people who saying, no, Ghost is still alive. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. He escaped through the ambulance, right? And remember, I think it was like last year when it was like that not documentary. What was it? It was like a article. Yeah, it was like an article that came out basically saying that, to like resurrect like James St. Patrick's ghost, and he would maybe be in the UK or whatever. And if that was to ever happen, because again, we still missing a prequel of him, because if we don't see it in Raising Kanan, then it has to be justified of him getting something, because I know that BMF is working on, I think, their second show or second spin-off show, and I think, what is it going to be called? I think, Immortal 5 or something. I forgot the name, but they going to be working on something that's going to still be tied to, like, BMF, but it's going to be, like, their own thing, right? And in Power, you have, like, Book 2, Book 3, Full Force. So it wouldn't be bad if they was to add, like, another show towards it, and it would be like a prequel towards Ghost, because if we get the prequel, it could be technically, I would see it as like some sort of like, I don't know, like Better Call Saul type thing, where if you see, okay, like you had Breaking Bad, right, which was everything, and then you had Better Call Saul, which was like a prequel and a sequel, then why not have it in a like Ghost prequel show? Like, yeah, it's a prequel, but then if they do decide to say, okay, let's add in a sequel towards it, and they go with the whole ambulance idea and theory, then sure, it would prove everybody right that technically he faked his own death through like the whole ambulance. Now, I get it. People say like, no, he got shot. He died in Tommy's arms. You still don't understand. Like, but keep in mind, how many times over the years you've heard stories of people getting shot in the chest and surviving? Somebody got shot in the head and surviving. How many times you heard that? I understand that. Yeah, it's a chance that the person could still die or live or whatever. But how many times you heard stories like that of a person getting shot and still living? How many, like, fucking, what was it? I think Tupac got shot, 5 times and lived. 50 Cent got shot 9 times. Keep in mind, 9 times and still lived. So it's like, is it a possibility? Sure, but, I mean, it's up to the writers to even want to throw out and toss that idea around like, hey, he got shot, but technically he still lived, right? I'm just saying. Now, I also understand too that if you get shot, okay, like if you puncture an artery or whatever, yeah, you're gonna bleed out and die. Sure, I understand all of that, but you got to keep in mind that if it's a possibility and if they want to go through this, sure, they could bring back Ghost. Everybody would be happy. The ratings would be thrilled, because I even give you another example. So we have, and if anybody watches like Dexter, so when they brought back Dexter after, what was it, I think 8 years, it was like the highest rating show of Showtime, I guess, in history. Like it broke numbers when they brought back Dexter. Now, unfortunately, it was lackluster towards the ending because Dexter died. But then, from what I'm hearing, that they're gonna continue on with his son Harrison, and then they're gonna do, I guess, like a prequel to, I guess, Dexter, like him young, like him being young, and then his father, I think Harrison, and then we're gonna be hearing or seeing like young killers, like what was his fucking name? I was gonna say the Zodiac Killer, Trinity Killer. There we go, Trinity Killer. Like they're gonna do something with that. So I'm just saying, if you got all of this and it's numbers, why can they not bring back the man that everybody wants? Because I'm telling you, that would be numbers. Everybody, that shit would be so high. They'd be like, oh my God. Everybody would be like, you was wrong. You was so wrong. The man came back. And I think that's what everybody's looking for, to be honest. I think that's what everybody's looking for. But back to the original question. It's like, will Tariq ever learn most of like Ghost's secrets? Like, will he learn about the ambulance company? Will he actually do something else? Like maybe he starts something up with Braden, like some sort of morgue thing, like they like, I guess, getting rid of dead bodies through the morgue or whatever, setting up like some sort of fake morgue shop or whatever. Like, I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna like do something like that, because and go further into it. Because I'm telling you, I would be a little salty. Like, hold up, you bring up the whole ambulance thing, and then that's it. And it's like, oh, and will Tariq ever? No. I think I would be a little salty about that if they just decide to do something else with it or don't say anything about it. But if they say like Tariq gets like some sort of morgue thing with like Braden or whatever, I'd be alright with that. I'd be like, alright, sure. But he has to understand the things that Ghost did. Sure, he's understanding, not to be in the game right now, but I'm kind of wondering, like, will there be anything else that he's gonna learn? So it's like everything is just kind of like being thrown up into the air right now, because season 3 isn't going to debut until March, so we still gonna have a lot to see, and there's gonna be even more stuff that's gonna happen. So it's just like the sky's the limit for Tariq, and I can't wait to see season 3. But it's just like, yo, I understand both sides. Like, to be honest, I really do, because I understand that people are just like, son, it's over with. The man is dead. Stop talking about him. But then at the other time, well, on the other side of things, I understand where they like, bring back the homie. bring back the homie. Just fucking do it. Bring back the homie and let shit happen. Cause I understand. Cause like I said, I was one of those people too. It was just like, the ending was like, what the fuck? like I was there. So, we just gonna have to like wait and see. But overall, drop your comments down below on what do you think could happen. Like, do you think Tariq is gonna get like the ambulance company, or do you think he's gonna have like some sort of morgue thing with Braden, or is it gonna be something completely different? Right? And like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll catch you all in the next one.